Podcast starts now.
Just kidding. We tricked you.
Got your ass.
We have another amazing announcement about upcoming shows, and I am not going to sugarcoat it. If you're in London, you can see me, George Civeris, at the Soho Theatre on February 24th. The February 23rd show is sold out, but the 24th still has some tickets.
And then I, Sam, am doing an hour in LA 3 times on March 9th, March 24th, and April 1st. Get tickets to that as well.
And if you are in New York City, there are actually quite a few opportunities to see us. We will be doing a StraightioLab live show at the Bell House. We are returning home to the Bell House, and that is on March 13th, Friday the 13th at 7:30 at the Bell House.
And then in NYC, I, Sam, am doing my hour on the 18th at Union Hall. Getting a bit intimate with it, mates.
Excuse me, being British is kind of my thing since my shows are in London. So basically, if you are in London, New York City, or Los Angeles, California, you have various opportunities to see us either together or separately. And that is all we have for now.
Cheers. Podcast starts now.
And happy Monday.
Happy Monday to all.
Happy post-Golden Globes Day to all of Hollywood.
So, who knows when this will be coming out, but when we are recording, it is the day after
the Golden Globes,
which George did, I'll say it, was there.
I was there. I was not, despite being employed by actually the Golden Globes organization, De Klerk Productions, I was not able to attend the actual show. I was in the overflow room.
Of course.
With various amazing publicists and producers and the people that keep this town running, folks.
Well, I think it's good that you weren't in the main show because then
agree.
What would you have to look forward to?
I was like, I hadn't eaten all day and I was trying to find a block of cheese to eat while influencers are doing photo shoots and people were, do you know when you feel legitimately invisible? People are walking into you?
Yeah.
It was sort of amazing. If it was it actually felt like Zen Buddhism in that I was like, here I am invisible. Despite the fact that I was in the least Zen Buddhist place of all, which is a room full of kind of vultures and vampires.
Yeah.
It actually was such an out-of-body experience that I felt at peace.
Well, that's lovely. I have a question. So when you're working at an event like that, do you transition into sort of employee mode, sort of get pitiful? Whenever I'm in a space like that and working, I get pitiful quick.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Or are you I'm taking up my space?
No, I think my general plan is act like you belong, but don't make yourself known. I don't want to be at any point looking around as though I'm lost.
Okay.
Even if I don't know where I'm going, I'm power walking.
You're walking fast, hard,
at some point I didn't
walls.
know where the bathroom was, and I just started walking in a random direction. And I was like, well, if I just keep walking, sort of I bump into a wall, turn right like a sim.
Yeah.
I'll eventually find it. But
Roomba mode.
Yeah, I went Roomba mode.
You don't know where you're going, but you're going fast.
I don't know where I'm going. I have to say, I saw a bunch of celebs.
Yeah, were you starstruck?
I have to say I was much more starstruck this morning meeting our guest than I was meeting anyone I met last night.
Yes.
And it actually really, and we will bring her in, and I feel weird talking about her while she's in the room, but there's something, she walked in, I was like, finally an artist.
I know.
All these losers I had to interact with. It was I was like, what? I kept talking to people that were completely normal, and then someone would come up to me and be like, did you know that's so-and-so? I'm like, okay, well, could have fooled me because she looked like a normal girl.
Well, this is the thing about actors is they're literally just falling into things. You're wait, so you're famous?
It's so
You just
crazy.
stumbled into that. You just were really handsome one day.
At least how do I put this? At least actors look like celebrities. Sort of bad musicians, TikTok-y bad musicians, are just normal people. There's something crazy. I'm like, where's the star power? I can't imagine you, eating a bat on stage or whatever. I'm like, where's the punk rock?
Right.
So anyway, I was proud of myself for not being more starstruck. I was like, okay, I have some soul left in me.
You're to me, you guys are normal.
Yeah. I was just pushing aside Amanda Seyfried. I was like, excuse me, you're in my way.
Did you plug the pod at all, or were you Dakota, you have to come on?
Honestly, that's why I will never succeed in this industry. Because I literally was I was there. I forgot I'm in any way involved in the entertainment industry.
That's what I mean.
People kept being like, so what do you do? I'm like, I know. And someone's
You're like, nothing. I'm a loser. I suck.
I was like, oh, I wrote for Mary Beth on the carpet, and then someone goes, "Are you a writer outside of that?" And I literally didn't know how to answer. It's like the answer is yes. Yes, I'm a professional writer. I get paid for it, but I didn't. I was like, oh, I've done some writing in the past.
It's humiliating. I turn into that so bad. I get like sniveling. It's horrible.
We need to bring in our guest.
We need to bring in our guest. It is such a true honor.
I'm buzzing.
I'm buzzing. Please welcome to the podcast, Peaches.
Oh, hi. Hi. There isn't one person that you were starstruck about?
Thank you.
All right. Okay. You know what? Thank you for asking.
Call him out.
Listen, when Julia Roberts walked by, we grow up like that's someone that has been America's sweetheart since we were kids.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was starstruck. But the thing is, I don't think I said this to you earlier, but like my specific job there was on the carpet itself. Mm-hmm. So I legitimately saw every single person. Like I probably saw 200 famous people.
Right.
And so you get desensitized so fast.
Yeah.
You turn around at some point, you see, I don't know, Leonardo DiCaprio or something, and he's like the 10th famous person in 30 seconds that you've seen.
Right.
It's just a sort of like, all right, keep it moving.
But you don't, because you don't hear what they're saying. You just see them. Because like if they said something that could actually like pique your interest.
Yes. Well, that did happen to me. And I have to redact the names, but an A-list actress, I was talking to her, okay?
Okay.
An A-list actor walks in. Mm-hmm. She goes, oh, here comes so-and-so. He's gay.
What does that mean?
I couldn't.
What does that mean?
I couldn't tell if she meant that he was actually gay or she was making a joke. I sort of had this theory.
Yeah.
And maybe this is mildly sexist. I had this theory that maybe he like had rejected her in the past. And so then she had to like for her own vanity
find a narrative.
Right. She's like, I still like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But the tone, I was like, you're kooky.
Well, that's interesting too.
Wait,
it's
so you
high
thought
school.
that was interesting?
I did.
Yeah.
Would you not think it was interesting?
I was just like, see, I was on I was playing charades with a bunch of people, which is funny, with Germans who are not funny. And one person was like, oh, yeah, no, this band, they're cool, but, they're gay. And I was just like, what do you mean?
Oh, you thought they were using it like the derogatory way.
I just didn't understand what it means. What does it mean? Like,
yeah.
They're cool, they're gay. What, like it was some kind of like crutch or some kind of like, I don't know. So I don't know if it's interesting. Yeah. And it's kind of like, okay, so what? Is that the most interesting thing?
I think what's
thing
interesting
about that
is just the idea of this like elegant actress in like a beautiful dress seeing a guy walk in and being like, gay alert. You know what I mean?
Right, okay. Yeah.
Well, it shows like a weird immaturity. Like
exactly.
It's very high
okay,
school.
yeah, there you go.
Well, I think that's what it is. And I think that was the most quote unquote interesting thing about it is seeing people let down their hair a little bit and because
immature.
you're like among their own kind.
Yeah.
Like be gossiping.
I thought that's what they do.
I know.
I thought they do gossip.
I know.
Was anyone
Strategically gossiping.
strategically?
was anyone
gossiping.
too drunk? Was
I
anyone being
wish.
bad?
Oh, that's fun.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know if you feel this way in the music world, but like, I do think people, because there's phones everywhere, have gotten very worried about seeming out of control in any way.
Yeah, I think that's across the board.
Yeah,
for,
but that does make things like that less interesting.
That's true.
Yeah, I didn't see anyone. I mean, I'm sure there were people doing drugs and stuff and not in front of me, but I feel like, I don't know, 20 years ago, I would have been seeing people do lines at the after party.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't like go in the bathroom and make that a thing. Like, you want to come with? And then you feel left out because they didn't invite you. And then, then you say, okay, once. And then they're like, come, let's go. And then you don't want to again. Then they're like, oh, you're leaving me high and dry.
Yeah, totally.
It's like this whole game. Like it's.
Yeah, they like become mad at you.
Yeah, they're mad at you because you're not doing enough or you don't want to do it at all. Or, oh, okay, then you're out.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's like, I remember I was a person just put it on the table. They made lines for everyone and they were like, do it or not. I'm doing it. I just think like, not that I care, but it was, I care that they try and make it so secretive
Completely.
and that it's like, that's their little thing. Like that's gonna like bring us together.
Totally. Well, the whole point of, I don't know, you would think the whole point of partying and substances is like
together.
To be inclusive in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all like I didn't, you didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's to find new levels of exclusion. Because like first you have to get in, then you have to get into the bathroom with these two people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the extra VIP.
It's funny because there's in Berlin, I start to say these things. No, but it's just cute. They have a room and everybody knows that's the room where if you want to do that, you go in there.
Yeah.
If you don't have to see it, but it's open, like to go in there.
I want to ask you about Berlin because you mentioned something which is, of course, a universal truth, which is that Germans are not funny. You are very funny, which we're going to get into because we want to talk about the new album. My sister lives in Germany. I've spent time in Germany. How do you deal with that?
It's hilarious.
How do you deal with that?
It's really funny because it's just like sometimes you wonder if it's like English is a second language because which is not fair because I'm not learning German even though I'm there for so long.
Yeah.
So, but if it's English as a second language, or they just can't let themselves go, they're just like, oh no. Or they don't get it, or there's this sort of like a cultural history with certain words that feed into each other in North America that they just don't get. I wish I could like cite a perfect example right now, but I cannot think about it. But they used to have this commercial like a long time ago on which I thought was pretty funny for Germans. It was talking about learn English. And it was a commercial, and in the commercial, there's guys in a submarine, and they're like sinking, and they're like, "Help! Help! We're sinking! They're Americans, we're sinking!" And the Germans answer like, "What are you thinking about?"
Well, that's hilarious.
But I thought that was pretty good. That was good. That's their humor. They love like slapstick humor.
Oh, really?
Which is really like base, immature, like, whoa, somebody fell. Which is so funny because they they pride themselves in such like high, self-intellectual.
Well, I do think it's like so much funnier to see a serious person slip and fall on a banana peel than like a silly person.
Completely.
Maybe that's like
true.
what it is.
That's true.
Well, yeah, the funny thing is always the opposite of what you're used to. But I wonder if slapstick, with the Germans, obviously the elephant in the room is always, our history. I wonder if the slapstick is a way for them
they're
to
doing it again.
is a way for them to be like, well, if it's as far removed from the cerebral as possible. Like, there's no way for slapstick to be problematic. It's ultimately like the joke comes from the physical comedy, the joke comes from falling. You can't accidentally say the wrong thing. Whereas,
well, it's also kind of like self-flagellation.
It's self-flagellation, yeah.
Right. Okay, that's cool.
Whereas like a more sort of like intellectual humor or like your type of humor that's more sort of like sexual and wordplay and towing the line of being offensive, but then like bringing it back in, that's maybe too risky.
It's funny because I was in like a state theater production of a Bertolt Brecht play where you can't like change stuff. So, but the director did this amazing thing where she turned it into like a very like modern feminist act where she started to, after the actual play, she started to bring in other elements and it turned into a Peaches show where I could do what I want. Cool. But they had like translation of my lyrics and they just didn't translate in the poetic sense that I find them in their double entendres. And so people after the show, they were like, that was very crass. You said this. And I'm like, well, it was so hard to explain to understand how that's like funny or interesting.
Yeah. The new album, No Lube, So Rude.
No Lube, So Rude.
February 20th, we should say.
Yeah.
We've been listening to it.
We've been listening. It's to die for. It's like abrasive, funny, like it's dancey, fun. And then like, yeah, you really are like so good at towing that line of abrasive and then like pulling it back and being like sweet.
And then really moments incredible. Of transcendence and like true emotional depth, I think.
Yeah.
Like it's like double entendre, lube, sex, hole, and then suddenly it's like, and then suddenly something will like you'll be like, oh, this was all leading to like this profound statement. I just was really, it almost feels like a culmination Do you feel like it's like a culmination of, I don't know, everything you've done in the past?
I mean, you kind of feel like, how can I bring in everything that I've done, but also really feel present in 2026, you know? And I think production-wise, it's got real 2026 feel to it. I think that I felt pushed more to just like go for the real dance and the real like power of it, you know. I just like, it's not easy though, of course. But yeah, I wanted to bring in emotion and vulnerability, but also understand that the revolution needs joy. The revolution needs humor.
Yeah, well, the revolution needs humor.
And the revolution is on. Oh my God. And also like sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry, I'm Canadian, so I got this. Sorry. So the last album was 10 years ago, and it just seems like it's hitting harder, and you got to go in harder and deeper.
What I love about this album especially, but your music more broadly, is a lot of the messages you have, which are about like, you know, there's a great lyric that's like, technocrats eat a jockstrap.
All you technocrats eat a jockstrap.
It's great. So, I mean, obviously it is anti-imperialist, it is anti-capitalist, it is, you know, you have very progressive politics, but so often music with those messages is like kind of corny. Yeah. And you are completely not that at all. And it's always humor first.
I appreciate that.
But like, isn't that hard?
It's really hard, and I appreciate it. But and that's really the point. Yes. Because I want it to be music.
Yeah. But also like laugh out loud funny. I don't know. We keep saying that because that's...
I mean, like the God, I should have written...
I know, I wrote some lyrics.
Like the Panna
Cotta Delight.
That song, I was like, this is so funny. Like, this is wild.
You mean like I'm old, solid gold, a woman in control of all her holes and my roles. I feel my goals.
Wait, I'm trying to find.
And like, what was the like jizz?
Wait, if you sneeze, I say
on,
bless you. If you beg, I will fist you. Up your ass, past the tissue.
Swear to me, icon issues.
I mean, come on.
No, it's so amazing.
I got venereal, take me away, straight to the clinic, convert you to gay.
Keep it up or get out of my way.
Straight to the clinic, convert you to gay is so iconic.
No, that's really good.
It's like, okay, so... Well,
and also, like, it's crazy because all the, like, the conversion camps are coming back. It's like, well, let's convert the other way. Like, you're going to do that. Yeah. And I think I play a lot with that, like, absurdity, that I find things so absurd that if you switch it, people find it more absurd. But if you look at it, it's kind of the same thing.
Well, you actually are doing what comedians are supposed to do, which is strip fascist topics of their like seriousness. By making fun of them, you are saying, look at how stupid that is, and you're flipping it on its head.
Well, we talk about this a lot, where it's like people right now love to like point out hypocrisy, and it's sort of like it doesn't do anything. It's sort of like, well, they have to feel shame if you want to point out hypocrisy.
Yeah.
And like you just being like, I'm making fun of you, I'm telling you to eat a jockstrap. It's like almost like juvenile in the right ways.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have feelings about, South Park. But to me, it's got that like insane toilet humor, but also doing that. I'm sure people have feelings, whatever, but I really, that hit me hard.
No, I'm a South Park stan through and through.
Yeah, well, we wanted to talk to you about, people ask you a lot about your musical influences, but I want to talk about your comedic influences. So, I mean, I'm definitely getting South Park. I'm definitely getting like John Waters. Like, who else has influenced you?
I mean, I don't know influence, but I love Maria Bamford. Like,
oh my God, we love Maria Bamford.
There is somebody who's taken like mental health personally, but also like shown who she is, and also like you don't know where you stand with that in such a really important way.
Yeah.
And like also like almost like, oh, are you okay? But also, this is amazing. You just did a stand-up just for your parents. Like, what?
And another person who, you know, talking about mental health is another thing that often can be corny, and she's never corny. I guess that's probably like the biggest challenge as an artist.
Yeah. I really, I became friends with Sarah Squirm.
Yeah.
Oh,
love
yeah.
Sarah.
And
Sarah.
before I saw the special, and there are so many elements that we relate to each other that we're so excited about. Basically, prolapse.
Yeah. Less and body hair, a lot of body hair.
But the main, for my live show, the main theme is prolapse. It used to be like dick, pussy, cock, hole, but now we're all like, let's be more inclusive. Prolapse.
Yeah.
Prolapse, it can happen
When
to
do you think
all
the
of us.
prolapse shift happened? Like 2016 Trump's first election?
Definitely. I looked at his face and I thought, prolapse.
Yeah, you
We're in the
said
prolapse era.
We're
Okay.
in the prolapse era.
We are
I
in
actually-
a prolapse era.
This is genius, actually. Like, I really think it's the perfect metaphor for the era we're in because it's humiliating.
and high reality, but
yeah.
actually so interesting, so many layers.
Completely.
Yeah.
So many layers, so many like just shades of colors and
Yes.
shapes and
There's also sort of a like, we did this to ourselves.
Yeah.
oh, that's a good point there.
And
It's interesting.
Yeah. Then there's something about, you live your whole life with a tight asshole and you're saying this, okay, I know how to go through life with a tight asshole. Suddenly it's prolapsed. How can we work with this? Like, it's about resetting your expectations because we live in a
Right.
prolapse world.
Damn.
It's true.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And things that grow in places that you didn't expect them to, because if it grew in, when your genitals, or it grew in your breast, that would be a sort of badge of honor for some,
No, we are also in like a fisting era in an interesting way.
Fisting is a huge part of your new record.
Fisting is a huge part of my new record.
I just heard the fisting lines and I was like, she
There's
still lives
a
in
lo-
Berlin.
No, yeah.
There's a lot of fisting. It's funny, because there's a lot of fisting lines. More, I realized I thought I didn't have, and then I look back. There are also fisting lines from before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
We're-
feel like it's more like also just like metaphysical, or also the symbol of power, or
Yes.
like fight too.
Yeah, there was a play we both saw in New York called Prince Faggot that was sort
I've
of
heard
like
about
had a
that,
moment. Yeah. And there's a monologue about, and of course I'm going to butcher it, but it's like how when you fist someone, you can feel their heartbeat or something. And it was trying to make some connection between, the embodied fisting experience and some more profound like human connection.
Becoming closer.
Yeah. Which I feel like is very very No Lube So Rude.
Okay. Yeah.
This is something I feel like I've been doing this sex bit recently on stage, which kind of makes me like anxious. Like I'm always like, is this weird? Like I get like shameful talking about sex stuff. And I'm like, do you ever feel like, is that something you had to work through? Or was it very like, I'm comfortable with this off the bat?
I think, to be completely honest with you, shameful in real life is a more of a topic and working through, but performatively, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So I don't feel shame in that way, and I feel like it's a setting free and it's a manifestation.
Yeah.
But there's still stuff to like work through childhood, cultural, all that stuff that, shame, like we are born and bred to be shameful of our bodies.
Yeah.
Like that is what it is, if you think about, and then all the swear words are parts of your body, like you dick, you asshole, such a tit, whatever. All, like you always say these things are all negative, fuck you, like acts and things like that. Yes, we're taking cunt back, but we're just like, that's what we're supposed to, and that's all we have.
Yeah. I guess
Is our
I've never
body.
thought about that. Like the most human parts of us are what we use as swear words.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
You tooth.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so you mentioned the album being very 2026, which I really agree with. Well,
Yeah.
we were talking, do you know Kim Petras?
Yeah.
We
Not
were
personally.
but we were
she's
talking,
amazing.
Sam made this point that it's very like slut pop.
Oh,
which was-
wow.
yeah.
I love that album.
Me too.
It
It's
made
so
me
good.
proud. I felt like this is next level of what this is what I envisioned pop music.
Totally.
And I felt like that was a big moment. Yeah.
That was a wild one. And this feels very in that same vein in a nice way, where it's so viscerally about sex. It's not like hiding it.
I feel like, again, I don't know if it's about sexual acts as much as like slut pop, like, fuck me how you want to just fuck me, stuff like that, which is great.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's more like, around the political and idea of using sex as like metaphor.
Sure.
But also not in like a shy way.
Yeah, you're using the language of sex to explore themes of fascism and revolution.
I mean, but that's what's up. Like, it's like you can't, just like if we just everything, like just all the, backlash to trans issues, the queer issues, all the, the secretive Epstein files, like all of it. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense why that is secret and why, when you're probably giving 72 cents a year of your taxes for transgender affirmation care. It's like 72 cents a year. Why are you complaining? Like, I'm not giving my money to that,
Yeah.
Or like 0.02% of the college athletes are trans. Why is it even a top? So it's just like, but then there is like full out crazy Epstein trauma, people, lives ruined, like, and that's hidden, and it's and they're not the same, one is there's gender and there's sex, but it's all about our bodies and having our understanding, our like letting us be us, everybody, let everybody be themselves.
Yeah.
How do you go about translating the feeling you're describing now into actual words? Because I feel like you are someone who is empathetic, feels a lot. Like I assume when you read the news, it like hurts you if you read something, very very violent or traumatic. And yet the music is actually very focused. It's not like you yelling into a mic and just like, like it's very focused. And
some people would think that.
Sure.
Some people would just be like, she's just yelling.
But you know what I mean? The lyrics are precise. The production is very careful. So what is the process like translating all of that cloudy chaos into something concrete?
I don't know. Yeah. Does it? You just try it. I mean, it's I feel like I love like all out anger, like, and I love moments of that. And I think I have that on the album too, like Not in Your Mouth, None of Your Business.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
Right there with it. But also I want people to dance. Like, this has always been my thing. I want people to dance along with it and then go like, oh, what did I just sing along with? Oh, whoa, yeah, I sang along with that. Yeah, that feels even better to dance along with, or change, I don't know. I just trying a way. Yeah.
I know we talked a little bit about Kim. Who are other like younger, like newer people that you're inspired by or that you feel like kinship with?
I feel like there's a lot that it's really fun actually, because I feel I have a feeling, either if it's musically or stylistically or lyrically, I feel like somebody's close to me and I'll contact them and it's like, hello mother, I've been waiting for you. And it's so fun. So
that's really nice.
Yeah. So, but someone like Corteza Starr, I don't know if you know them, they're like taking hip hop to a really like a weird, awesome, like just blown out way. And it's a very cool. They're going to be opening for me on part of the tour. Also Pixel Grip will be opening, and they're more like this like heavy electro style. There's a German band, Brutalismus 3000, that reminds me a lot of like more Crystal Castles or early like digital hardcore from Berlin. And I mean, there's a lot of people. I feel like what's cool about music, about musicians and the music people are making now, that it's not as pure. Like there were this questions of purist back then, especially when I started, like, what kind of music is this? Is this rock? Is this performance art? Is this, now it's like you could have like speed metal and like Celine Dion vocal, all, and then it could switch to like a pop ballad, a hyper pop ballad. Like it's all mixed up, and I think that's healthy.
Yeah, it can be freeing.
Should we do
our first segment?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna do our first segment.
It's a segment.
So our first segment is called Straight Shooters, and in this segment, we're going to ask you a series of rapid fire questions.
Oh.
It's basically this thing or this other thing, and you just pick one. And the only rule is you can't ask any follow-up questions, or we will get
just have
so
to go
upset.
with your gut.
Yeah.
You have to just go with your gut.
Okay.
Okay, George, kick us off.
Yes, I will kick us off. Okay.
Wait, what if I don't know what you're talking about?
I hear
Just
a
fake it.
question. Okay, ready?
Angry.
No lube so rude, or no food, I'm stoofed.
No lube so rude.
Okay, no lube so rude, or you snooze, you lose.
No lube so rude.
Burning bush, or itchy tush.
Ooh, itchy tush.
Yeah.
Teaches of peaches, or teaches of Ivy League institutions.
Peaches.
Boys wanna be her, or Toy Story 3 sucks.
Boys want to be her.
Okay, an early riser or a girly geyser?
Ooh, a girly geyser.
Jesus Christ Superstar, or Pedro Almodovar. Yeah, that's a tough
Pedro
one.
Almodovar.
Yeah.
Okay, posting a nude or fisting a dude?
Oh,
Fisting a dude.
of course. Wow. Well, we rank all our guest performance on a scale of 0 to 1,000 doves, and I'm going to be honest, that was a clean 1,000.
Clean 1,000 doves, incredible work.
Has anybody not got 1,000 doves?
I think maybe
sometimes
only,
we punish people.
I think maybe only
Okay.
4 people have gotten one, or like around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that when doves cry?
No, it's actually from a little-known Lady Gaga song called 1,000 Doves from the Chromatica album.
Oh, all right.
It's a deep cut.
No, I was just saying that.
Oh,
Is
yes,
that what
that's
happens
when
when
doves
doves cry?
Yes, exactly.
But great. Thank you for that fun fact.
Of course.
Yeah.
Do you know the rapper Cupcake?
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think she's amazing?
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like she's in your tradition.
Vagina.
Yeah, like
Vagina.
I feel like you two.
I love Cupcake.
Yeah.
Very hardcore, but very hardcore. Way more hardcore than I could ever be.
Her new album, which didn't get as much
it was
critical
like
attention,
last year or
like
the
this,
year-
like a few months ago,
Oh, right.
it
Yeah.
didn't get enough. There wasn't enough written about it, but she's like lyrically at the peak of her powers. It's crazy. Like it's like a genius at work.
Yes. You know what? I'm also really proud of a lot of like flatulation references
There's
that
a
are
lot of that
going
in this
on.
album too. Yeah.
Yeah. And also just on more like, making things more funny or real in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's Ice Spice.
Oh,
Ice Spice
yeah.
also. Yeah.
Ice Spice
She
is
loves
fun.
talking about farts.
Yeah.
I always confuse self-flagellation and flatulation. I'm always like,
Self-flatulation.
I'm always like,
Maybe
I'm gonna
that's
say the
one of
wrong
your
one.
questions.
Yeah, self-flagellation or
Or self-
self-flatulation.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in the prolapse world, it's almost like those two converged. Self-flagellation converged with flatulation,
So
and we got
true.
prolapse.
Wait, you know that like a haircut? Is it like a quiff?
Like a quaff?
A quaff?
Quaff.
What's a quiff? Nothing.
I don't know it.
Well, sorry, you're
There's
saying
a
a quaff
queef.
and a queef.
Yeah. Quaff and a queef.
Man in the wood.
Yeah. Your quaff queefed.
My quaff
Yeah,
is queefing.
my quaff
If
is
you have
queefing.
like a special kind of quaff merkin,
Oh.
you
Hey.
could queef.
You could queef through your quaff.
You could
You know,
queef
I
through your
always
quaff.
love a merkin is referenced in your album as well, and I always love when people reference a merkin.
Yes.
Because it reminds me of the time when Bin Laden was assassinated, and my friend
too.
said, "I'm proud to be a merkin," as in an American.
Right, right.
Oh. Wow, I couldn't
just
believe
thought
that's
that
where that was
was
going. Yeah, the merkin always confused me. I was sort of like, wait, so why did this exist?
It was for, I mean, I don't really know, but I think that it was it during the plague or during some really bad history time where people were having a lot of trouble, and sex workers had to shave their hair, and to be more attractive, they used merkins. And this is a different answer I've given on a different podcast, so I don't know
That's
which one.
mostly what you're promoting is that historical knowledge. You're going around
like that, my own method, like making up what the merkin is about.
I mean, that's as good a reason as any I can think of.
Yeah.
But I know that it's about, like, I don't know if it was the plague but I know that people had to shave for health reasons, and then they were embarrassed and put on merkins, which is so cool because now it's like
The opposite.
the opposite.
Well, except the bush is back.
The bush is back.
Yeah.
Bring back the bush. There's a really cool musician, another one in Berlin named Dornica, and she has an awesome song called "Bring Back the Bush." Yeah,
I love that. Well, should we get into our straight topic?
Yes. Well, we touched on it a little bit.
We touched on it a little bit. So, we asked the guest to bring a straight topic, and we discussed ahead of time what we would talk about. We decided award shows.
Because we were, we're sort of talking about the Golden Globes, blah, blah, blah. And you said something which shocked me. You were like, I've never been to an award show.
No.
Does it appeal to you at all?
I think it's like a weird thing where you say it doesn't appeal to you at all, but if you're being honored, then you're like, oh my God, thank you. And then you're like, what am I doing? So in a way, you're sort of like perpetuating what everybody else does on these award shows. Oh, I was on one award show.
What was it?
It was like the Enemy, the Enemy Awards a long time ago. I gave an award to Radiohead.
Oh.
And I remember reading out, and I screwed it up because I read it out and I said, and the winner's me. Like trying to be different and funny. And then Tom York
came out with a cane and took it
Tom York came up like, okay, thanks. That's actually my award.
That's someone with a real amazing sense of humor.
I don't know. Maybe they really do. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I don't technically know.
Yeah.
They don't project it very obviously.
But yeah, so I don't know if I'm built for award shows. I also get a lot of anxiety if you have to read teleprompters. I feel it's so weird. I'm like, what if it goes too fast?
Yeah.
And you don't feel spontaneous.
Have you ever performed in like, I don't know what, I'm sure it's not like a corporate gig, but like for a room of like stiff, businessy, famous people where you're just like, it's not your crowd and you just have to like go through the motions of the show?
I've definitely performed for stiffies, but not really like a bunch of celebrities.
Yeah, not like a Grammys.
No. No. The closest thing I did was Samantha Bee's This Is Not the Correspondent dinner.
Oh, that's fun.
But that was fun.
Yeah. And everyone's on your side.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I haven't really had that. But I've had stiff people where I've like maybe played for like some kind of fundraiser where there's like people who are patrons and they don't know who I am. And I remember one time I decided to do this act where I go to sing in white pants and then my period just happens to the pants and they're tearaways. So I'm like standing there and I never sing and the music's playing and then, blood is seeping through the white pants and then I pull them off. And it's just like kind of bloody on my, and then this woman was so terrified that I ran off stage and ran after her.
And that was a fundraiser for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, right?
It was like an art thing, actually. But I started just running after people. I was like, what can I do now?
That's amazing. I will say I'm always I'm always like, yes, please, more punk rock, be nasty. And then one time I was watching Sarah Squirm, and I just started getting so genuinely nauseous and I was like, I'm going to throw up. Like, and I was like, what is going on? Like I had to leave and go dry heave outside for a little bit. And I was like, what is wrong with me?
This is honestly how I feel.
Did you understand? Did you find out what it was?
I think I was just like,
you get nauseous.
I get nauseous.
I struggle with body horror, I have to say. And it makes me feel like such a little dweeb because I'm like, in theory, I think it's so cool. Like, I think in theory, I love David Cronenberg movies, but every time I watch them, I'm like, oh God.
Like just sticking the finger in the,
I mean, even The Pit or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, I watch like this. Like,
yeah.
There's a performance artist in Europe. She's from Vienna. Her name is Florentina Holtzinger. I talk about her a lot because she's incredible. She does like these huge productions that are both like everyone is female identified and naked on stage, like chainsawing wood or like motorcycle driving around other bodies or like falling downstairs, but also just like high art and just crazy, amazing stuff. And they did a recreation of an old opera called Sancta, which is about lesbian nuns. And there were people that got fully nauseous during this. People were running out and puking.
Oh no!
Because they also do like hooking.
Oh, that's hard.
Like
that's
that
hard
too.
to watch.
Well, we were just at Folsom Street Fair. Have you ever been there in San Francisco?
Yes, I have.
And
Fisting.
Fisting, pissing, and like I celebrate all of it, but it's like there is like I got nauseous.
Well, you know what's funny? It's like the reason those things are empowering is because you're taking people that are participating are taking back something that should be shameful.
Yeah.
And then you are confronted with your own inherent prejudices and shame, no matter how accepting and inclusive you think you are.
Right.
It's like you see something unfamiliar, something that is combining something that's shameful with something that's sexual, and you don't have time to unpack that in the moment.
Right.
So in the moment, you're like, ew.
Well, I have, first I wanted to say, like, when you had that experience at the Sarah Squirm show, was it live, like you were there?
Yeah.
So were you like, I hate this show? Or
no, and I honestly
like,
think it was like, I think I was performing too. So I was also probably nervous. And so I was like, I think I was like watching her getting nauseous. Both, sometimes I get nauseous even just before performing if I get nervous.
Yeah,
I think it was a combo.
That. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
I used to get nauseous a lot more. This is not about sexual anything, but in cars and in planes. And then I realized it's because my mom was smoking in the car with the windows up, and people were smoking on planes.
Oh, that makes sense.
I realized, it's the smoking that makes me nauseous. Yeah.
But it did. I still like obviously always loved Sarah's vibe. I was just like, it was hidden. It was hidden in a different way.
Well, I do think there's an entire, I don't know, sort of genre of things that you can like in theory, but not in practice. I don't think that's true for Sarah. We both love Sarah, but like there are just things, even music too, where I'm like, in theory, it's so cool someone is doing this and I want so badly to like it, but it's not for me.
Right. Like in theory, Gigi Allen shitting on stage is cool, but do I really want to smell that shit? And do I want him to hold it up to my nose?
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Were you aware of the time when Lady Gaga had a vomit artist vomit on her at South by Southwest?
Yes, it was green vomit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great example of what I'm talking about.
You know what's so funny? Because Florentina Holtzinger, I had seen her do that exactly with green vomit. I don't know that Lady Gaga knew anything about that. But there was also this Jubal Brown. There was this Toronto artist who, and I don't know if it was, now I'm going to get, is there some art history? Monet, or not Monet, but some artist doesn't use a certain color.
Oh, Monet, literally, like
Is
the
it
artist.
Monet?
I thought you were talking about some like avant-garde.
No,
like,
it's like
just
some,
Monet.
or like someone in your podcast right now is like, but they literally had that color like in their mouth and entered the museum and puked all over the paintings in that color.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
So it's just like a huge history of like performance art and puking.
Like, I want to know more about your relationship to the art world, because it's something that is so, the art world is often so alienating to me and to both of us, I think, because it's such a closed black box. And so often it feels like it's a way for rich people to launder money. And
very valid.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but then occasionally you will see something, you'll like walk into a gallery and see something transcendent and you're like, okay, so there is still interesting stuff happening, but I feel so not knowledgeable about where to go and where to find it. Like, are you involved in that world?
I have friends that are artists.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like their work.
Yeah.
And I feel their work is important. The art world is very confusing. I can't even understand it.
Okay.
So
because I feel like you overlap with that. Like, I think people could call you a
I'm just
performance artist.
laundering
You're laundering money.
Yeah, I'm laundering money through merkins.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's huge. A big
You
line of
should
merkins.
do a line of merkins.
Yeah, have you thought about that?
Yeah, what brand partnerships are we thinking for this album cycle? Uber Eats, maybe an AI company.
Yes, all the AI companies.
That'd be amazing.
Uber Eats, Google.
Department of Defense.
Google would be great for you.
Google,
Write that down.
Yeah. How do you spell it again?
We'll look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have done. I used to sell merkins at my show.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
They were the color that Monet is not allowed to use.
No, we had the paint beside it, and you could puke on the merkin.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Puke on your own. It's more sanitary that way.
Yeah.
I guess to return to award shows being straight.
Yes.
I think this is maybe, I hate when, this is a new peeve I'm building,
Okay.
where it's like when things are for the cameras more than the people in the room, and they have people in the room. Like, I can see the exhaustion of people like sitting there being like, okay, we gotta like smile more because it's all gonna be on camera. Like, we gotta take it again because it's gonna be on. And I'd rather they like do an event, film it, and then like cut it together later.
Right.
Because I like get annoyed when something is a live event as a performance of what a live event is and not actually just a live event.
Do they do that a lot of award shows? Do it over again?
I feel like they're like taking stuff again if it doesn't, like if they like stumble over it or like, I mean, maybe that's not true.
It doesn't have that like, I don't know, so few things now have that like live feel where you think like something could go wrong and maybe someone makes a mistake and takes a wrong step. Like, it's also edited or something.
Well, there's like a sanitization where even like you like saying like, and the winner is me. I'm like, we need more of
more
that.
people should do that.
We need people to like fuck with it a little bit.
Yeah, why didn't Julia Roberts do that at the Golden Globes? That would have been so funny.
Did she win?
No, she presented one of the big awards, like Best Picture or something.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the best? I didn't
I'll
watch
tell you,
it.
Best Picture comedy was One Battle After Another, which is crazy that it was included in
comedy.
It's not really a comedy. And then Best Picture drama was Hamnet.
Have you seen that?
No.
Me either.
Have you?
No, I'm curious.
I'm curious too. I've heard Jessie Buckley is who won Best Actress last night is like phenomenal in it. And she's sort of cool to me.
She seems cool.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, and then the other issue, of course, is like awards for creativity is completely insane.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm always like, why are we doing this?
And then also, why do people dress up? Why is everybody dressing a red carpet look? And then it's like judging. It's just judging all the time.
Yeah.
It is so
It's more
much
judging again. It's judging the best award as judging the best outfit. And it's like, but
Yeah, it's interesting because award shows in some ways are very gay. I mean, obviously they're created by and for gay guys.
Yeah.
But there is something, I think it's almost like they're gay in retrospect. They're gay as like cultural moments you can look back on and be like, oh, she was fabulous, blah, blah. But in the moment, it's very straight because it feels like they're just herding cattle. They're like, look at this one.
Right,
She
right.
lost weight.
right.
Look at this one. Her hair is different.
Yeah.
Look at this one. She got a divorce. It's just like, it's truly just like a lineup of people that are being judged. I feel like something that's very straight is like the archetype of the Entertainment Tonight, like interviewer, like someone who's like, so we're having an amazing time here. Peaches, the new album is fabulous.
yeah.
You know? And so I do think it's like in the moment, there's almost something like,
It sounds very campy the way you're saying
yeah,
it.
Well, that's true.
I know it is.
Well, you're doing
campy.
like Hunger Games style.
It's Hunger
There's
Games
like a little
style.
more
Well,
fun
there
in
is.
that.
It is very Hunger Games.
That's true. But I feel like there's such a lack of imperfection. Like everything
Yes.
has to be like so perfect. And even when someone's being like, I'm rocker,
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah. I didn't do that. Yeah.
Well, the other thing that's straight about it is that in theory, they're trying to reward art, but in practice, to state the obvious, there's like campaigns happening and money. And like, of course, the best actor award is not going to go to, I don't know, the person that gave the best performance, whatever that means. It's going to go to like whatever studio paid more. So it is like, I think the straight thing about it is just turning art into a competition, which like, you know, but then of course the camp comes out of that because it's so rigid that you can, the seams start to show, and that's when it's fun.
Right, it has to be so surface, but so like, yeah,
you can find depth in the shallowness, to quote Daria.
There you go.
I do think being a presenter at an award show is like seems kind of fun.
Oh, totally.
Like, because it's such a low like I feel like the bit you have to do like doesn't have to be like amazingly funny. Like if you're even like half funny, you can like be like blow their mind. It's because everyone's so stiff.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know. Maybe I feel like maybe it's a fine line. Like you just don't know like what's gonna, you know, be just weird for everybody else.
That's true. This is also the outfits thing when it comes to award shows, I find so exhausting. And even like as we like, I've started to think more about outfits and like be like, okay, so now at like even just like normal events, I need to like have a fun outfit.
Yeah.
Like, how do you make peace with that?
Well, you always look, it's like you're always in, this is a sort of like Rick Owens.
I know.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Clocked.
Yeah. I don't know, because it's also like again with award shows, it's like show as much skin as possible until the moment that it's going to be talked about in a negative way. Not from my mind, but in that sort of straight, like.
Yeah, totally.
It's so strange. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that you should, like, I think the most punk rock thing you could do specifically.
Me? Tell me what I can do.
Is to wear just like the most conventional, like form-fitting boob forward red dress, and then do your hair like a Hollywood starlet, like just like blonde like that.
No, I think
no one would bat an eye, and they'd be like, "Who's that?"
Okay, I have a pitch. You wear like a "Life is Good" t-shirt.
Life is good.
And like long
board
khaki shorts.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's it.
Rainbow flip-flops.
That's it.
And maybe you're like walking a dog.
That's a really good
Or
idea.
maybe like a few dogs. Like I'm a dog walker.
Yeah,
like
you're a dog
literally.
walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're on your phone the whole time.
That's
like
great.
playing solitaire.
And I have a Bluetooth in my ear.
You have a Bluetooth,
yes.
and you're like, Sal.
Yeah, that's it. There we go.
But you're the whole time on the Bluetooth. It's not like a business call. You're like planning like which highway you're gonna take to get somewhere. Like you're like, well, there's a lot of traffic on the 401.
Right,
but
because I'm trying to get out of there. Trying to get out of there.
No lube, so rude.
No
God, I
lube,
love
so
saying
rude.
that.
That is catchy.
I want to
Because it is rude if you don't have lube. Because, it's like all about getting to a new level and becoming and having comfort and finding new ways, not just like, let's get it done.
Totally.
And from one side to another. And it relates to, menopausal dryness of women. And also, fisting is not, lube is not just for, gay men who forgot their poppers to fist.
Clocked.
Boom.
Do you feel like if we're living in a prolapse era, the antidote is lube? It's like we have to enter a lube mindset.
This is exactly what I'm talking about, because there's so much friction and dryness in the world, Yes. So it's like maybe if we had some like magical lube that could just like help us talk to each other or like interact with each other in a way that didn't feel so itchy. And
So to recap, we're living in a prolapse world. Lube is the only solution.
Living in a prolapse world.
I'm a lube girl in a prolapse world.
I'm a lube girl in a prolapse world. I do hate when there's lube on the floor, and then for like a month, you're like, this is a danger.
It is a danger. That's why I also had all these ideas like, lube on stage. No,
that shit it sticks around.
Who in the music industry do you think is a fraud?
who's a fraud in the music industry?
Yeah, like one of your peers.
One of my peers. I'm not
like
doing that.
one of your
So
peers.
funny
I'm
as a
not
thing
even
to
in.
ask.
I don't even consider myself in the music industry. Let's just say that.
Really?
I don't really.
Because you live in Berlin?
Yeah. Well, I don't really feel like part of the industry.
Sure.
Like I don't know.
But I feel like you're someone who like can dip in and out whenever you want because you're
So then I don't have to be. So that's what I mean. It's not like I'm not controlled by your industry, man.
Totally. Yeah. Oh, there's nothing better than saying that into a podcast microphone.
No, we've been called out for that before.
Yeah, it's true. Are you afraid of AI?
I can't say that. I mean, yes, of course. I think we're all afraid of what AI can do. I think that I do use AI. Like, I think we all use it. Like, there is uses for AI, and there are also creative uses, but there's also abuses. So it's confusing.
Yeah.
It's very confusing, but it's also detrimental. And it's also like AI can't get all the information because there's also all these libraries with amazing like archival information that has not been read to. That needs to be all read to AI if you really want to have everything to, it's gonna kind of run out of its own information in some way, but which doesn't make it any less scary.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then entire swaths of knowledge will be completely forgotten.
And entire swaths of knowledge are not even being considered. And of course, people are pumping it with certain, fascism ideologies, and that's really scary too.
Mm-hmm. Because you live in Berlin, does it feel shocking to come back, like to come to America now?
Well, it feels shocking to come and, what happened this week.
Yeah.
What happened last week with Venezuela, what happened this week with Renee Good is just, it's not shocking, but it is shocking. It's like, yeah, it's actually,
Yeah.
it's going to be like martial law soon. Like my tour is in February 20th. Let's see if we're still here.
Well, that's a great note to end on.
You can take that out if you want.
No. I mean, I do find it's so, your work, is dealing with the issues of our times, but it is hard to like plan for the future. It's sort of like, what will be happening in a year? If I'm like planning something for a year from now, it's like, well, what will the world look like?
I kind of feel like that also with writing an album too. I don't like save up all these things because like things happen. You're right. They just happen.
Yeah.
It's happening.
But that's actually sort of not a silver lining, but I completely agree with you that artistically, I feel like when you have an idea, you just have to express it now because it will either feel irrelevant or outdated or like too late if you do it in like 6 months. Like there's a
just
certain
like
sense
dick riding instead of like speaking out for real.
Completely. Yeah.
So everyone speak out fast.
Yes, everyone speak out now.
I feel like I'm really, I also want to mention like a band like the Lambrini Girls. I don't know if you know about them. No. They're like pure punk, amazing, speaking out for fascism, like in the audience, starting their own mosh pits, but like really responsible. I feel like there's this new age of like punk and speaking out, but also taking care of everybody. Like there's this like care element that, even with like sex parties and things like that, but which I think is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've always found that to be a nice part of that. Like the sex culture in general is very like aftercare focused and consent focused and testing focused and all this stuff, which I really appreciate.
Without being corny.
Without being corny in the way that like you can take it as far as you can take it and everybody can take it as far as they need to. And it's not really like the way you take it that far doesn't mean I have to.
Final question for you. What's more annoying? Over-intellectualizing sex or over-intellectualizing nightlife?
I would say over-intellectualizing sex.
Yeah. It has to be embodied.
Yeah.
Got to be in the moment.
Yeah.
Lube up.
Lube up.
Lube up
honeys.
and get going.
Lube up and get going.
Should we do our final segment?
Let's do our final segment.
So our final segment is called Shoutouts, and we pay homage to the grand straight tradition of the radio shoutout, where we shout out anything that we are enjoying, people, places, things, ideas. We will go first. They can be as brief as you want.
Yes.
George,
I have one. I'm gonna do the most like basic corporate shout out as a sort of commentary on the fact that we are with like an iconic punk rock musician.
Great.
Okay. What's up, everyone? I want to give a shout out to Todd Snyder, and specifically the Todd Snyder store at the Grove. I very last minute had to, attend a black tie event. I don't own black tie, despite the fact that I'm currently wearing this pretty conservative outfit. I, normally think of myself as pretty alternative. Well. And so I needed to buy a tuxedo last minute, and they were able to rush everything, tailor it to my tastes. It was affordable. And I said, you know what, Todd Snyder, you know what you're doing, bro. Shout out to the sales rep at Todd Snyder who said that we should hang out, but then didn't give me his contact info or tell me his name. I think you're rad. He had this whole story about his husband recently got laid off. So I want to send out my thoughts to him and hope he lands on his feet. And pretty much shout out to all gay guys that work in customer service anywhere, whether it's Heroes. Stores, restaurants, coffee shops. You are our bravest troops. And yeah, if Todd Snyder hears this and they potentially want to give me like a gift card or something like that, I would be open to that.
I would also be open to that.
And I'll donate some of it to a cause of everyone's choice.
Like new socks.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo.
Thank you.
Okay, since you went corporate, I actually am going to double you and go even more corporate and insidious.
Okay.
What's up, freaks, losers, and of course, perverts around the globe? I want to give a huge shout out to the television program RuPaul's Drag Race. As we all know, we've had fatigue from this TV show for roughly a decade now. And then this week it came back and we watched it at my house and I said, you know what? This is fun. We've been through a cycle of like, this is amazing. This is revolutionary to like, this is taking time off of my life. And to now I think we can be at a place where we are at peace with it. And we are saying this is simply a part of our world and it's fun to watch. You don't need to freak out about it. You can just enjoy it. And I'm saying, it's nice to have something to watch on a Friday night before hitting the Eagle. Yeah. So shout out to RuPaul's Drag Race. I really appreciate just having something to watch.
Yeah.
XOXO, Sam.
Wow. And good luck to all the girls this season.
And good luck to all the girls this season.
Especially the ones we like.
Good luck to all the drag queens this season.
All the drag queens this season.
Thank you. Okay, Peaches.
I've already said it, but I'm just going to shout out all the musicians who are making an effort to speak out and to integrate it in their show in a way that makes it powerful, that mobilizes people. And shout out to people who are speaking out and really saying something and keep doing it. It's so important. It's so important for us. I know we're all scared and it's really, I'm closing my eyes because it's so real, like trying to scare us from saying anything, and it's so important. So shout out to all of you for saying something. Shout out for you for even thinking about it. That's it.
Woo. And No Lube, So Rude is out February 20th.
February 20th.
Peaches is going on tour.
It starts February 20th.
North America, Europe.
North America, February 20th to end of March.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, thanks so much for doing the pod.
Thank you.
This was such a treat.
Pleasure for me.
We're so honored.
Yeah, really.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
StraightioLab is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players Network and iHeart Podcasts.
Created and hosted by me, George Civeris, and Sam Taggart.
Executive produced by Jenna Cagle, co-produced by Becca Ramos.
Edited by Lauren Stumpf and mixed and mastered by Doug Bain.
Artwork by Michael Fales and Matt Grubb. Theme music by Ben Kling.